2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Ian Mahinmi, Lavoy Allen out there with Paul George. Then there's Hill, and it's Ellis in the shooting guard. Now here is George. Allen kicks to Hill. And George, here we go. Shot clock at 6. It's Ellis on the wing. No good with the triple. Indiana on D. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. Here's Westbrook. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
There's a good screen. Mahinmi. And it's blocked by Ibaka. The shot by George, wide open. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And the shot is good. Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Indiana trailing here. Mahinmi passes to Ellis. Ibaka again. It's George. Westbrook dishes to Morrow. Durant just inside the line. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
No good from Durant.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Waiters, he's checked in for Mark. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Indiana also making some changes. Turner comes in for Mahoney. And it's Hill in for Lavoy Allen.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Pacers making the shot. The wide open look for Durant. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And the Thunder with some changes. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams. And it's Andre Robertson in for Serge Ibaka. Indiana also making some changes. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Paul George. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Hill. Outside Hill. Miles, that's for two. Good, it's Hill picking up the assist. Miles has got his first points of the game.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Indiana moving it around. Got a piece of it. Here's Durant. And the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got 7 points in the game. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Kicks it to Waiters. Durant, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
To the inside. And Miles kicks to Stuckey. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And he hits it to tie the game up. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Durant again, Lawson. Durant, the pass to 4. Just 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Five seconds left in the first.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well.
OKC, make some noise for your
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end by not throwing the ball away.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Anthony Morrow out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Singler in at the 3 spot. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Baseline jumper. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing. Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
The Thunder shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And here's George for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough. know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Mahinmi kicks to Allen. Passes it to Hill. Clock at 4. Allen, that's good. Allen's got the lead up to 3 now for Indiana.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Here's Mahinmi. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. The Pacers also with the Sun. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Lavoy Allen.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Here's George. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Russell Westbrook.
Here's Westbrook. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Hey, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Outside Durant. Shoots over Miles. Durant with another miss.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
It's Durant on the wing. The 17-footer. Now George. 10 points for him. It's stolen by Adams. Here's
Russell Westbrook.
Might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Checked in for Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Serge Ibaka. Roberson, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Solomon Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Lawson in for George Hill. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Ty Lawson.
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Lawson kicks to Miles. And Hill has it in the corner.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
It's Hill, top the key. Here's Stuckey. Second chance shot. From deep, Miles. The Thunder pull it in.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And so it's Indiana with it. Here's Stuckey. Indiana again missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Durant for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Turner dishes to Miles. Just 3 on the clock. Misses off the left eye. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Pacers lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Scoring.
Well, Westbrook has been great. 19 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. George Hill out there with Ellis. Then there's Lavoy Allen. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mahimi in the pivot spot, manning the middle. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trade.
Paul George.
And it's George finishing it off. The Thunder with the lead. Durant attacking.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And then Durant with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now. But only the first miss of the second half. They come out here with authority. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Make some noise for y'all.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the leg to dunk like that.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. Durant's checked in for Singleton.
Kevin Durant.
On defense, Oklahoma City. 6-point lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Outside Durant. It's tipped. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Turner. This one for 3. They get it again. Here's Westbrook. And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 23 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it. He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Here's Miles.
C.J. Miles.
Good. The assist goes to Hill. Miles has got his second basket. Outside for Durant. The 3-ball. Durant with another miss.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Miles Turner.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
That's his first personal foul.
One of the most dominant players in 2014 is Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. The last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Pass to Westbrook.
Russell
Count
Westbrook.
the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also the ball hawking, the way they've come up with the steals, the way they've harassed the ball handler all day, forcing mistakes. They've really done a nice job of taking advantage.
Russell Westbrook.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Now Miles. Following Durant's three-point attempt. The kick out to Hill. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Thunder leading by 10. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Morrow. And that's 31 points for Russell Westbrook.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Hill passes to Lawson. Indiana moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Turner throws it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow.
AJ Miles.
Miles, that's good. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Here's George. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the strike. Right. Waiters. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 6. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Pacers trail by 6. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Canner. Boyle is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Singler in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Singler's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. And it's Ellis penetrating. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Hey, I like creativity in a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Cantor's shot is off. Here we go, one-on-one. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Back to Ellis. The shot.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes the ball. And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson's checked in. The Thunder lead by 8. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Mahimi.
Ian Mahinami.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And it's Foy missing. Pacers trail by 9. Ellis goes in. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Boy, you got to love it. The picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprise, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full routine. Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Randy Foy.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's yours. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the mega stars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And the Pacers also making a change. Hill's checked in. And Durant, here we go. It's stolen by Hill. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's George finishing it off.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeks.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Well, Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Assist from
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution.
Russell Westbrook.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. Turner's checked in for Indiana.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Pacers. Miles Turner.
Here's George. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Assist
Hill's
from
got 3 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
No luck. Ellis wide open. The offensive rebound. And Turner kicks to Ellis. Outside for George. Indiana moving it around. And the basket by Hill.
for 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. Allen's checked in for Indiana. Left side Turner. On the wing, Hill. Connects from three-point range. Hill's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Boy, clutch three-point shooting going to be critical here late. They need his production now more than at any point in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
On the wing, Ellis. Inside, Turner. And it's blocked by Adams. And they'll keep possession. The drive by Ellis. Here's Allen. Poked loose. 4 on the shot clock.
Thunderball.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Hill. And it's George finishing it off.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook. From past the arc. Can't hit.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And Durant, here we go. Buries it.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And Turner kicks to Allen. There's the dish to George. Fires from deep. And it's George again missing. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that's an intentional foul.
Time out charge to the Pacers.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're down by 4. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
In this situation, I think they'll go for the quick steal, Kevin. If that fails, they'll foul and send them to the line. They'll really be looking to pressure the inbound pass.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
Russell
That's
Westbrook.
good.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Lawson from outside. It's good.
For 3.
What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Indiana calls timeout.
And the Pacers call time here.
Okay,
They're behind by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3, the 2, and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Stuckey kicks to Lawson. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and take those misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. From deep, George. The 3 won't fall. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the